Have you ever used a VR headset? The closest thing I've ever had was one of these cardboard things where you kind of just like pop your phone in, download some weird apps, play with it for 10 minutes and then toss it into the closet. And maybe if you were lucky, you might have had like an Oculus Quest or a Meta Quest 2 or whatever those things are called. But Apple's Vision Pro is going to be different. Wow. It's set to have an impact on the same scale as the original iPhone back in 2007. And while it's got an amazing amount of tech packed into it with a hefty price tag bigger than your mom, I find it just a little bit concerning. To understand the impact of Vision Pro, we need to talk about just how big of a project this is for Apple. This thing has been years in the making, from little features such as the Apple Watch's pinch feature showing up in the Vision Pro, to Apple developing power-efficient compact system on chips. Everything has been leading up to this next big thing. This could change the way we interact with computers, just like how the iPhone did. And that is the most worrying part, because if it's going to be the next iPhone, it's going to be hard to live in society without one.
We live in a society!
Take a step back and think about just how much your smartphone can do. You're probably watching this on a smartphone. Think about your school or your work and how heavily it relies on your phone working as expected. Now, imagine losing your phone.
Mommy phone.
No.
How much more difficult is school and work now? You can't get important calls, texts, you can't get notifications, you can't communicate with anyone else. I mean, I just said 3 things that basically mean the same thing, but the point is, not having a phone in today's society means being socially isolated from everyone else. Let's face it, the smartphone, even though it's not even old enough to legally be an adult, has altered the entire world and how we live permanently. Just look at the rise of vertical video taking over, physical menus being replaced with QR codes, entire wallets being replaced by a single magic rectangle. Half the people watching these videos are on a phone. The point is, society is quite over-dependent on the smartphone. So imagine a world where it's impossible to live in society without this big thing strapped to your head. And this won't be something that'll take too long for society to adopt. You might be thinking, oh, the Vision Pro looks stupid and it's so expensive for what it is. Who the heck is gonna buy that? I agree, but let's look at the AirPods. When they first came out, people said those exact things. They were like, oh, they look stupid. They're so expensive. Who the heck is gonna buy that? Turns out, quite a lot of people. Even though people ridiculed them at first for being ugly and expensive, everyone went out and bought them anyway. Including me. I can't find mine, but look, I have the wired ones. Close enough. Oh wait, there they are, look. See? I'm not broke. Now, unlike having a smartphone, it is completely possible to function in society day to day without AirPods, if you can handle being called poor.
Ha ha ha, you have Sony's, you're poor. Ha ha.
Poor loser. But again, you can see how alarmingly quick society was to adopt these things. In 2019, they exploded with the poor people meme, and now you can't go for a walk in the mall without seeing people wearing these things. Vision Pro could be just as widespread as this, but because it does more, we can expect it to be about as hard, if not harder, to live day to day without one of these as it is to live without a smartphone. How do you feel after you scroll through a TikTok for a while, or Instagram Reels, or YouTube Shorts, or the weird thing Snapchat has? Not great, right? It's addicting. Vision Pro is only going to make the addiction more immersive, because now you don't even need to hold the phone in front of you. Imagine driving in your car and getting in an accident because someone was watching Subway Surfers on their little Vision Pro thing instead of looking at the road. This thing is going to make us all more addicted to our social media apps, and who knows what new monstrosity the companies will cook up. Because, well, vertical short-form video only exists because of the smartphone. Who knows what new form factor our addiction is going to be in because of the Vision Pro. Now let's talk about privacy. Privacy is already a nightmare in our current online world, with Google stalking what you do in incognito mode. Wait, they can see that? But the Vision Pro has eye tracking and knows what you're looking at any given moment in time. I feel like it's extremely unlikely that corporations aren't going to take advantage of this at some point. Knowing what you're looking at is incredibly powerful. Oh, you were eyeing that apple pie over there? Well, here's some bakeries near you. You're looking at that happy couple over there? Oh, you lonely, lonely thing. Anyways, here's an ad for Tinder. And last but not least, the current generation already has a lonely escapism problem, and the pandemic didn't help. Escapism is good and we all need it once in a while, but when you completely detach from reality and end up living all depressed in your mom's basement all day, that's not good. Good escapism might look like reading a book, or going outside and touching grass, or I guess snow. What you don't want to do though is doom scroll on your phone for hours all day in your bed. But think of how much more immersive escapism can be when you can literally strap yourself into a different world. People are going to be creating whole real world to live in on the Vision Pro, kind of like the Oasis in Ready Player One. Why live in the real world when you can live in one where your reality can be shaped by you? You can have whatever job you want, drive whatever car you want, go wherever you want. And don't even get me started on the spatial video thing. The guy in the ad watching his kids while sitting there all alone with that thing strapped to his head was just kind of sad. It almost reminds me of that scene in Spider-Man where Miguel O'Hara is watching those memories of his dead kids. So it sounds like I've been shitting on the Vision Pro this whole time, but honestly, like the invention of the smartphone, it's going to have its incredible upsides as well. The smartphone made knowledge and learning more accessible than ever through the internet. And you can say the same about the Vision Pro. Imagine the benefits of having a headphone of this level of quality in classrooms. This thing alone would change learning. You could go to Mars. You can travel in time to key historical moments. You could shrink down to the size of a single atom. Teachers can take their students anywhere. You could go visit the wreck of the Titanic without turning into... It's like Miss Frizzle and the Magic School Bus brought to life. Teachers can take their students literally anywhere. That's actually pretty awesome. And that's just in the classroom. Imagine how incredible a device like this would be in any other application as well. Imagine being able to fix something just by looking at it with your AR glasses. That's probably going to be possible soon through the powers of camera and AI. Imagine if you looked at a leaky faucet and your glasses gave you instructions on how to fix it and tell you where you can buy replacement parts. That's pretty cool. Everyone can release their inner Bob the Builder. You'll be able to fix anything you want. It won't fix your relationship with your ex though. I'm sorry, bro. Here's an ad for Tinder! So, that's it. If we want to prevent Ready Player One from happening in real life, we're going to make it so that the Vision Pro is just being used as a tool. A tool in the classroom, a tool in the workplace, a tool at home. Picture your bike. Your bike gets used when you want to use it. When you're not using it, it sits in your garage waiting to be used. It doesn't bug you, it's a tool. Your phone, on the other hand, yells at you, bombarding you with notifications. The smartphone can be a pain in the bum. It's more than a tool. So we have to let the Vision Pro be just a tool. We're probably not going to want to give up all the cool stuff that Apple's Vision Pro brings, so we'll need to control how we integrate it into our lives without our lives being controlled by it. And who knows, we might have hope yet. Vision Pro is probably going to be here to stay whether we like it or not. Anyways, thanks y'all for watching till the end and listening to my weird little rant. I'm surprised you haven't left already, but if you like this stuff for some reason, click the subscribe button down below. It'll take like 5 seconds. Okay, bye-bye. Oh shit. Anyways, yeah, so that's the thing. And if you want to take a look at my, if you want to look at my janky little setup, let's open the camera up. Alright, take a look at this janky ass setup. I have my camera taped to the tripod. Okay, if I just wiggle it a little bit.